Alright, so we're moving on to the intake. We're starting to put together, that's rough, all of our pie cuts for coming off the turbo inlet, and just doing a light little jog up and over the shifter linkage.
There is the shifter linkage bracket all done up.
This is the kind of tapered cone that we're cutting down for pie cuts, because the end of it is 2.5, so we can continue off of that up to our MAF and our air filter, and the bottom of it is slowly tapering up from whatever size we're at there. That's about where we're at. So we'll continue to cut this down, cut it into angled cuts and clock it and turn it whichever way we need it to go, but this is our taper piece. We made this too. We just kind of took a 2.5 and I cut like a wedge out of it, and then squeezed it together with not this clamp, but one just like it smaller, because that's just big. Onward. Oh, I guess I gotta find that piece. Onward. Alright, so we've got the first little section of our intake, or the inlet to the turbo here. It's still pretty hot. This guy here is going to come off of the turbo, and this is the angle, it's kind of the minimum angle we need right now to get over the shifter linkage bracket. Actually, we've got this guy, shows kind of the
Comparison.
So it'll be a little bit nicer. So the next step is, this is a tapered pie cut piece, because it starts off at, I think it's 1 3/4, and it tapers, I think here you're at about 2 inch maybe, but eventually ends at the 2.5 inch. So that's our little horn there from the turbo inlet size to it's our 2.5 inch, and then we need to run a couple more pies off of that, and that'll bring us around the motor mount. And then we've got our coupler for the MAF, one of the MAs. Got their coupler for the MAF, and then we'll just throw a filter on it and go do burnouts.
Dirt a bit. Wow, I got close up there.
How's that?
I like it.
Good. Alright, so we have our diverter valve kind of half on this pipe. Just wanted to see if it would fit on these flanges with the hoses that we have. It does, so we're going to do this. Snip this off, have a couple more charge pipes here. Snip this guy off, and then snip these 2 smaller ones off so we can plumb up the N75 as well too. But first off, we'll get the diverter valve in, so that's 2 flanges off, and then we'll weld them onto our charge pipes. Yeah. Pretty sure, because if it sticks up right about here, right? Nice and tight to there, we can cut this back a little bit, right? Because that's straight up and down. Cut that back a little bit, and that should land us straight onto that guy, I think. Should. So then that's not at the bottom of the tube, and it's also venting circulator on the top. There it is. In place, sort of.
Something like that.
Yeah, I think that'll be good. See the lowered shifter mount and ducking under the coolant lines right into the turbo. Should be nice. Like there. Goes. Something like that.
Easy. Nice.
Yep. That's good. Okay. Get that one on. We'll tack this one in right now, and we can try to them all done at the same time.
Okay. Good call.
Alright, we're trying to put the N75 back in. Get some fancy routing. I have one of the flanges just shoved into some old pipe. Little guy's right up tight against the end of the N75. So that's going to sit directly on top of our intake, hidden back here behind the diverter valve. And we're going to aim it sideways. I'm going to place it here. Just like so. Sideways and out, so.
You can't really see. Oh, down there.
Down there. It'll be tight down there. But this guy will come out this side and wrap around and go straight in. So we'll start off by using this little guy right here. Go from there. So I guess cut it down to, let's see, that's about right there. It will sit nice. Could even go tighter, but just a little. So, that guy's sitting right there.
Oh, the other part's not there yet. I was looking to see it.
And I guess let's make a little attachment for it here. Just wraps around, goes into that side. Something like that. Yep. Oh yeah. Man.
Got the spot?
Yep.
Okay, sweet. Let's go weld it up.
there? I think so.
Okay, so here we have the diverter valve and the N75 plugged in.
So what are you thinking? Maybe mount it like down here? Maybe a little more up so we can have it facing, the plug facing straight down. That'd be pretty good, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we could run the harness back down the upper rad hose and then across the top of the rad. Because there's going to be a shroud in there, right? So we can put everything underneath it and like have little clips. Run the wiring across. Look nice and neat and tidy.
Perfect. Let's do it.
Yeah.